friend. I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays, but welcome everyone. A little bit of jocularity there with my thumbnail. That sign that I put up as my thumbnail was the greetings I had from the Laurens as I got off the plane at the airport. They're sitting there with that sign held up to the window. So thought that was pretty funny. I don't think they realized I brought it home, but I got that in there as a thumbnail. I thought that would be funny. So anyway, how is everyone doing? There's J Money. How are you doing, my friend? Let me run the list and see who all we have in the chat. I see Brian Robeson, Cami King, Chicken Man Dan, Dad Spare Change, Denmo, Fleabag. How are you doing, my friend? Y'all keep Fleabag in your prayers. He's having a tough time getting chemo going, so just keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Every little bit helps. J Money, JC Likes Pam, Jim Thompson, John Bryan, KCB, KJ in Ohio, Martin Bowen, Michael Erickson, NC Prospectors, Robert Bruce, Shell Bell, Tea Time, The Bud Files, Tom Thumb, Valerie Bowen, DMC, Visterian, and our super fan Gabe, I am quite sure is watching in the background. How you doing, Gabe? Hope you are doing well today. So we're going to hunt a couple of boxes and see what we can find, and just kind of be a hunt and chat kind of night tonight. We will get back to the boxes and with an auction coming up Saturday. So hopefully y'all will tune back in. Aside from that, I guess we can just get going without a lot of preamble already. Oh, you see the new mat? I came back and I had a shiny new Paw Spare Time mat in the mailbox. Hey, Silver Serpent. Greg Chapman, how are you? So that was cool to come back to. Also had a Walker there that we will include in a giveaway coming up. And also I had a dollar bill that Sam Wilson sent me. It was a date bill, and it's a 12/29 of '82, and he said that just happened to be the day that Bear Bryant played his last game ever, Crimson Tide in the Crimson Tide for the Alabama Crimson Tide. So that was pretty cool. That was cool for him to think about me with that. Hey, Aaron Foy. All right, so I'm kind of hoping for some good luck. Southern Metal, who lived the next state over, he found some silver. Dad Spare Change, who lives one state up, he found some silver. So maybe we can find some silver. Shouldn't be, look like a good box to hunt. I don't see a Benji staring at me, so let's see if we can get it open. And had my first official bout with chemo today. Went so much easier. That's awesome. Thank you for updating us, Fleabag. Thank you for updating us. I know that's a tough. I've never done it myself, but I for sure watched my wife go through it. And so we got you, my friend. We will be continuing to pray for you, and hopefully this is these treatments go well for you. All right, so, yeah, I've been to New York and back. I left them with all the heat up there. They've been having 100 degrees and heat indexes of over 100, and I had to come back to Alabama where it was cool again. And I thought that was funny. Gabriel says hello to WalkerMagnet and his buddies in chat. Dad Spare Chain with WalkerMagnet. Silver only after 1 million skunk. Yeah, I know, man. I feel you. I'm with you. I've been living the dream too. But maybe we'll find a little something today. The box looks good. It's got a good mix of enders, new and old. So sometimes that's a good sign. I do not know, Littlefoot, how in the world could something so atrocious have happened? The only upside to that is that you've rectified the situation and now you're here. So that's a good thing. There's the Jolly Roger. So we're all getting anxious and ready for the big shindig. Thank you, Littlefoot. for the big shindig in Eastridge, Tennessee, coming up in November. If you happen to live in the Tennessee area, around Knoxville and Chattanooga, and you would like to participate, we are going to have several people there at the show in Eastridge. It's November. I don't want to tell stories out of school. Paul Spare Time comes in with 10 WalkerMagnet membership. The Bud Files, Noah Erickson, James Benson, Kevin Rose, Rob's Numismatic Archaeology, Tea Time, BMC, Union Deposit, Can Collectibles, and Justin, all slipping in there, getting a Paul Spare Time generosity. Look like that could be an 82p, no FG. 82p, no FG. Thank you, Paul. That was very generous of you. Rocking the Paul Spare Time mat today. So we're going to look at this in the bigger scope. I'm pretty sure that is a 82p, no FG. We found a few of those in the past few hunts. No silver, but we got a miscellaneous on the board. Pa I watched your nickel hunt today, Pa. You were killing it. Absolutely killing it. Let's get that on the board. Hudson looked tired. I heard him say that he had a double header the night before, so hope you are doing well. Nice no FG and nice mat. Yes, you know, surprise, surprise. It showed up in the mail when I got home. I always love to get gifts in the mail. Hey, I hope you do, and I'll match it. I will match it. I tell you what we'll do. If we find silver, usually in the EOS, hey there, Chris Helms, and seaweed coins, usually in the EOS, since I'm not selling the boxes, usually in the EOS I do a 40%er. So if we find a 40%er, I will match it in the EOS. So Fleabag, you can feel free to scream match it at the top of your lungs, and I will match it in the EOS. So there's Silver Serpent. That would be great, Littlefoot. It would be fun. Hunting Southwest Ohio is going to be there. Dad's Spare Change is going to be there. The Jolly Roger and the Better Half are going to be there. Shelly and Shell Bell and Chicken Man Dan, the best, most famous name on the internet, will be there. Hey, BH Ringer. BH Ringer has made it home. BH Ringer has made it home. To my knowledge, I saw that, I think, in Discord, so I know you are glad to be home, BH Ringer. I know you are glad to be home. We have been praying for you too. 71D. So we're going to hunt on our Tuesday streams. I'm not just trying to kill it to get both boxes in. We're going to hunt till 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, and then we're going to cut it off whether we finished them or not. That gives my East Coast people time to get into bed, and gives me an opportunity to head on to bed within my usual time frame too. There's William E. I did get back on the shipping today. I got JC Likes Pam. I got your package ready to go. I got Silver Addictions auction ready to go. But there was a well, I do too. I mean, you know, I don't know if it helped any or not. I will say I slept surprisingly well in the northern climb, but I'm sure it would not be quite so fun right now as warm as it's been. There's Lisa D in the house. How you doing, Lisa D? But yeah, so Pa had a good hunt Saturday. Found silver in one box. Found a Ellis Island commemorative. Brian Jensen, good afternoon. Good evening, or whatever. We have one miscellaneous. We got a no FG already on the board, so that's sometimes the hard one to get out of the way. So what is up? Everybody staying cool, I hope. It has been warm down here also. I got out this morning. I cut the grass the day before yesterday, and then I got the weed eater going this morning and knocked it out. I agree, Prosper Time. I'm trying to share the love with you on that. I had bumped into a guy at the coin shop the other day that was buying stuff for his kids, putting stuff together for his kids' collection, and I told him about you. He's never has gotten to me about any further interest in that, but I am plugging for you out there, Pa. I am plugging for you. Yep. What do y'all keep your air on? I keep mine on 75 during the day and cut it down at night. Well, you know, Lisa D, everybody's having Walker withdrawals. Oop, that looks silver. No, it's just a tarnished 73, I think. Man, that sure did look silver from the reverse. Oh, well, false alarm, false alarm. Don't say it, flea bag, don't say it. Yep, we got a big show coming up next month in Bessemer. And my coin guy, he usually doesn't go to the shows, but he's supposed to be going to this one, so I've been kind of trying to deal with him on some currency and stuff he's got. It had an interesting national bank currency, national currency note. It had an old PCGS wrapper on it, and so I was trying to look it up, and I couldn't find it online. I got some further information on them. The bills, PCGS switched owners a few times, and so all of the currency information is not necessarily there anymore. Homemade plate of spaghetti. Haven't cooked since I got back, aside from bacon and tomato sandwiches. I need to throw something on. I got a Blackstone griddle, the little tabletop kind, for Father's Day, so I'm trying to put together some stuff to try and use it. Martin Bowen. Yep, glad to see you're on the mend there, BH Ringer. We have certainly been keeping you foremost in our thoughts and prayers. You and Fleabag. I think Ron Pierce had some surgery not too long ago also. Keeping Pa in our prayers. So smashy that likey button. One more like, we'll run the 50 likes. We need one more button pusher to step into the chat, and we'll run to 50 likes. Still getting these real brittle rolls in these black roll boxes. Makes it hard to open them easily. There's 50 likes. Let me get her going. I don't have it set up yet. I got the envelope written out, but I have not stuffed it with 2 silver dimes. Is what you get here on WalkerMagnet's channel. 2 silver dimes for 50 likes. You got 3 minutes to get in. It's gonna be two Rosie dimes today. If you see Caleb come in, there's blistering barnacles. Morning. If you see Caleb come in, kind of alert me when he gets in. I need an address. I could have swore that I saw an address for him, but I don't know if, well, maybe I need to look in my trash and make sure I didn't delete it by accident, but I was going to try to get his auction auction win in the mail, or at least ready to go in the mail tomorrow today, and I could not. There's Batman. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. How you doing, Batman? I know I'm usually at a bad time for you to drop in, but you're welcome, David. Union Deposit, how are you doing? So we had one of the local little fast food taco shop. Man, these roads are busted to heck and back. I don't know if box had been dropped or what. These roads are so fragile that it would not take much to, there's Ron Pierce. Wouldn't take much to crack them open. They're like just dry paper. Oh, there's a 2024D. I am good on 2024s. 72D though. We got a minute and 15 seconds to get in on the giveaway. So man, I just had a great time up in New York. Beautiful country up there. We got to go to little coin shops. Enjoyed that. I ended up getting me a Vermont commemorative to go in the album. Really nice one. So that was good. Had some good food. I had to have a Michigan dog. So we went and got a Michigan. We ate at Al's restaurant, kind of an iconic restaurant in that area. Had their famous Al's French fries. There's Rolf. How are you doing, Rolf? You got 32 seconds. I know this ain't gonna work, so let me go ahead and get that fixed. 21 seconds to go. Tonight I've already eaten some tacos, so I'm good. I went ahead and ate tacos about 4:30. Went ahead and got a shower, so I am ready to turn out the lights once we're done here. There's Leighton Hallman. I got a giveaway for Leighton Hallman. I'm gonna get in the mail. All right, here we go. Good luck, everyone. And the winner is going to be, with 44 people signing up, Collector Rick's Honeybees. So if I have not mailed to you before, Collector Rick, send me an email regardless if you would. If I have mailed to you, it's been a hot minute. So I want to make it as easy as possible to get your address and get stuff headed your way. So email should be at the top of should be up at the top of the screen there. Also, you can type in exclamation email. There's Sam Wilson. I was just talking about your cool dollar bill you sent me. Thank you so much for that. That was awesome. I did I went to the mailbox. My daughter was a little behind on getting the mail out, or we just got a lot in one day. But anywho, and it wasn't in there. And then I got home and she had been putting things on my desk too. So it was there. It was there. So we're good, and thank you for doing that. Uh-oh. Michael Erickson says, did you forget to say screwdriver? Thank you, Michael Erickson. Very generous of you, my friend. Very, very generous of you. All right, Box. Let's see what we can do today. So yeah, I got the grass mowed, I got the weed eating done. Oh, and I've been having trouble with my lawnmower. Thank you, Sam, again. That was very generous of you to think of that. Think of me when you found that and saw the date significance. But I've been working with my lawnmower a little bit. I keep, every time I go out to cut grass, the battery's dead.
Very generous.
I didn't say screwdriver. Jim Thompson said, Michael Erickson said screwdriver, Jim Thompson. Thank you, my friend. Very, very nice. Very generous of you. Thank you both, Michael Erickson and our good friend from the Outer Banks of North Carolina, Jim Thompson. But yeah, so I'm not sure if I would maybe not even running it long enough, but I ended up, hey Gatita, I ended up, I bought me a little solar charger, and man, that thing was so simple. I clipped the clips on it, and I happened to have an old screw that was in the side of the building there. I just hung that thing on that screw, and it trickle charged the battery the whole time as the sun's out and what have you. So I went out today and bumped the starter on it. Usually it wouldn't do nothing, and it turned over. So I think that's gonna kind of fix my problem. It was cheaper than tearing into it and trying to fix it. So so that is the way I went on that. Jolly Roger. Hey, I'm gonna bring a box full of screwdrivers when we go to thank you, Jolly Roger. Very generous of you, my friend. When we go to East Ridge, if you guys have not gotten one yet, I will bring the whole box. Maybe we can get some people in the hotel to come through and maybe get interested in the coins or something. Got a good opportunity there. There's Crafty Dragon. How are you doing? Good opportunity there, I think, to maybe showcase the hobby a little bit. You never know. You never know who's going to walk by and show some interest. So it's going to be fun. Nonetheless, look at all these rows. I don't know, this box must have fallen out, or, I mean, these rows are absolutely just destroyed. Still haven't been able to get my chat set up like I like it. All right, take care, Seaweed. All right, take care, my friend. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, well, yeah, as bad as, you know, I guess it's better to have them like this than split down the middle and tape back together like Pa dealt with that day. That would almost make me as mad as somebody coloring in the, hey Elizabeth Flood, somebody coloring in the star on that star note that night I was doing them. So did you guys know on the star notes that there is an error on the star notes you can look for that's called the filled star? That the star will won't have a little center space in it. It'll just be also there's an upside down star you can look for that's a misprint. Was watching one of the channels I watch that's very knowledgeable in currency, and he was talking about some errors and things to look for. Shellbell had a nice book for numbers and stuff. Leighton Hallman's been a member for 1 month, went panning yesterday, found a half-gram nugget. Nice. That's a picker, isn't it? As how you doing, Bellows Ford? Thank you for the membership. As Dan Hurd would say, that's a picker. There's gold in them hills. You got a filled star. Nice, Dad's Fair Change. The chat over here doesn't highlight my name when you tag me. It highlights over here, so I'm kind of feel like I'm watching a tennis match. Been a slow box. We did find an OFG 82p earlier. Neck workout, yeah. Captain Vic in the house. How you doing, Cap? Ooh. I hope that wasn't silver, because I ain't going under there to get it. That thing rolled for a minute. If it was silver, I'll do a short on it tomorrow. Oh, 72p. $71D. Oldest Cauldron, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Got a whole crew in here. Got 52 people up in here on a Tuesday night. We will be back Saturday morning, 11 o'clock. Paul, if you're still listening, are y'all going to be streaming Saturday with an auction maybe? $71D. Yeah, I don't know. Pa did a stream on nickels today. He found a D over S and a D over D repunch mint mark. Maybe that was it, Robert. First 20. Oh, nice, a penny, 2025 penny. So Brian is on the board for 2025s. All right, Tea Time, thanks for dropping in. I appreciate your nice little walker there. That was a nice surprise to get in the mail. And I hope you have a good evening. We'll hopefully see you Saturday. Vincent C., how you doing? 71D. See nothing interesting on the bottom. Okie dokie then. Yeah, I mean, you know, you see a lot of these videos and little articles sensationalizing coins and stuff, and so I don't know. It might be a special, one of a kind, and all of that kind of stuff, but who knows? I am not an expert. 72. I'm ready. We've been getting just enough rain to keep the grass in turbo. So if it's going to be hot, I wish it would be hot and dry for a little bit, slow this grass down. I can literally cut mine every 3 or 4 days, it seems like. I agree, Valerie. I agree. $71D. It has been a dry spell. We found a 140, may have been last box. We found a 40 not too long ago. I mean, we're up. I mean, I don't know what we all really want out of this whole deal. We're up to 16 silver on the year. I mean, goodness.
Hello, darling. Nice to see you. It's been a long time. You're just as lovely as you used to be.
Looky there. 64 Kennedy out of the blue. Wasn't expecting it. Of course, I didn't see it from the edge. Let's get that bad boy on the board. Boom. Out of nowhere, a 90%er, best year ever, almost. Almost best year ever. Match it! We will match it. We will do a EOS with that. That will be the EOS. $71D. Yeah, a 90. Go figure, Crafty Dragon. A 90 on Walker's stream. A 90 on Walker's stream. Who would have thunk it? I didn't see any doubling on it. 71. $74. Man, that shocked me even. I got where I don't even look at the edges no more because it's been so long since I've seen a silver, and you can't get them out of the row in a way that you can look at the edges easy. That one jumped up there and bit me. As far as Gump said, something bit me. That's the kind of biting I like. Kind of biting I like. $82. Hey, Coin Silver, how you doing? I hope so. I hope so. It has been quite a while. I can't remember how many 90s. We only had 4 for the year. It has been quite a while since a 90 came across the board for sure. I'm not saying no. I had some misgivings when I saw all these busted rows, but maybe that's why they dropped it. It was heavy. Maybe that's why they dropped it. I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Touchdown, Alabama. We have silver. We have silver. We will not go quietly into the night, as Rob would say. 73D. If we find more than just the one, if we find a Walker or a Benji, I know I'm reaching, but if we find a Walker or a Benji, you may choose the coin of your choice unless we find like a cap bust. I mean, you know, I'm going to keep that one, sorry. But if we find a variety, whichever one you want will be in the EOS. So 71. I wouldn't know if I would say we're on the silver, but we're close cousins, Martin. We're kind of close cousins to silver right now, like third cousin twice removed. That's the way I'm going with it. Third cousin twice removed to being on the silver. There you go, Fleabag. Like I said, Southern Metal just did a video. He found some Benjis and had a pretty good box. And then Dad's Spare Change found some silver up there north. So it's all around. Now it's in the middle. I mean, you know, I get to have a little fun too. So, hey, I'm not going to say no to a 64 Kennedy. Yeah, and then Rick found silver. He found a couple of 40s in the boxes they was hunting. So maybe we're starting to get a little action again. Hey there, Hartford Junction. How are you? I kind of like Dad's Spare Change, or somebody, we were talking about that the other day, about the damaged coins and stuff like that. Start keeping some in my pocket, and if I see a jar or whatever for, you know, donations or something like that, start dropping them in a dropping them in a donation jar. At least they would go to a cause. $71D. Yeah, they snuck that date over onto the side on those, Robert. Kind of reminiscent of the cap bust coins that having the side writing on the side on them. Yeah, there you go. That would be good. You know, I've got a couple of rows of Kennedys that are too damaged to go through the coin machine. I think that's what I'm going to do with them. All right, let me change out the bucket here. I got your package ready to go tomorrow, JC like Pam. You get that V-Nickel album in the mail to you. $71D. All right, take it easy, Robert. Have a good night. Be safe. $71D. 82. Gonna be a one and done box. That's all right. I'm not complaining. I am not complaining. You did not hear me complain. I think we'll just stick with the 90 flea bag. I usually only do one EOS on Tuesday nights. So I think we'll just do the 190 if I find a 40. Unless, well, I said you could have your pick of one of the silver. So if somebody would like to have the 40 instead of the 90, that would be okay. I mean, you know, you be you, boo. Oh, nice, nice. I always love that. I haven't found much in a Coinstar of late, except for a bunch of dirt and trash. You've been crazy how what people dump in those things. That coin return tray will be full of sand and grit and $72. Yeah, you know, I used to hunt a school ground here, one of the county schools, and they ended up shutting me out, locking the gate. But I don't know if they really knew the number of bullets I found on that playground and other things too, dangerous to those kids being there. That, you know, I felt like I was doing a service, but and I also found 3 silver dimes over there, so I hated it when they did lock me out. I didn't I didn't talk to anybody about it. I just started going over there and finding the gate locked, so I couldn't get in, but $71. Oh, nice. I found some 40s in the Walmart one, and one time I showed it on Discord. I found 3 handfuls of pennies one time. It was so full that it was all the way back up in the chute, and as fast as I could pull them out, put them in my pocket, more would come out. That was the largest amount of coins I've ever found. And then wasn't too far back, I found $3 or $4 worth of dimes in it. You know, it just amazes me how people don't look at the coin returns. I guess they're just wanting the money, and they figure if it didn't go through, then it's not worth their effort. So I may go take these back tomorrow and get me some dollar bills to go through. I like to try to do at least 500 a week. Well, the Walmarts have them. Most of the Walmarts have a Coinstar. If your bank has a coin machine, that one really, the coin machine at the bank are the ones that that I find the most consistently going in and finding a coin just about every time I go. It's either in the return, or it may be a foreign coin on the magnet, or something. It seems like I find something every time I go to the bank to take my coins back. But we have a Publix restaurant down here, and yeah, I know. Yeah, they won't let me have them, and we don't have bags at mine. Union Deposits. Mine has a big catch bucket or whatever, and once it's full, that machine just goes down until the company comes to service it. So we got a little peace sign going there. We don't need a miscellaneous, so I'm going to let that one go on back. Peace, y'all. But yeah, it does have some stuff in there. Mine won't let me, they won't let me have what's in the reject tray up there, so I just have to get the rejects I can get to. But yeah, just about any Walmart you go to, Rick, you can find them. There's a dirty coin, look like a interesting edge, but weren't. I've even got my daughter now when we go in. If I don't go, she goes. So check it out. Well, you know, it's just free money. I mean, it's not a, hey, Joseph Wells, it's not a lot, but it adds up over time. You know, my dad and my stepmom, they used to watch, you know, like look at the ground as they walked in and out of Walmart or a grocery store or whatever, and they would keep all their change that they picked up. And of course, it wasn't a lot, but it added up over time, and they would take theirself out to eat on it. They called it pennies from heaven. I see the machine, but what do you look at on... I'm sorry, Lisa D, I don't quite understand what you're asking. There's Scott H. How are you doing? Oh, wow. Man, that's crazy. Very upstanding of you to do the right thing with it. Coinstars in Walmart, I'm sorry, Lisa, I'm having, let's see. No, in the coin return, Lisa D, just where the reject would come out. There's Nettie Susan. On the front of the machine, down low, there's a reject bin. So if the coins will come back there if they're, well, the thing is, silver comes back there because of the weight. The machine will reject it, and they just never check them. Sometimes the machine gets full. I mean, you'd find all kind of crazy stuff. And then now in my credit union, they've got like a machine that you open the top on, and it got a honeycomb pattern in there that all the coins go down, and located on that. Oh, thank you, Crafty Dragon. I'll get that going in just a minute. And then when you look on top of that, it has magnets in the front and on the side and on the back. And some of the foreign coins are steel, and they will get stuck on the magnet. So I always take a gander at the magnets when I'm at the credit union. I found a lot of nice Canadian and Europe, UK coins stuck to the magnets. There's the NIFC 2004. Box is having everything but proofs and 40s so far, with 10 rows to go. I think I bumped my camera. Get that NIFC on there. I'm not even going to keep it. I'm going to put it on the board and throw it away. Throw it back. Throw it back. Catch and release. Catch and release. Oh, 75 likes, 75 likes. There we go, 75 likes will be a quarter and a war nickel. Get that out. Four people in. Got a 52 quarter. And a 42 war nickel from San Fran. Got a minute 33 seconds to go. Hey, Brenda Shank. Good to see you. Nope. Had an interesting edge, but it wasn't silver. A minute to go, 1 minute to go. Got 44 people in, 55 people watching. Some room for improvement there. You're welcome, David. Good luck. Thirty seconds to go. John Jacobs in the house. Thomas Wells, how are you doing? I don't know, William. As much as you can afford, I guess. All right, here we go, everybody. Good luck, good luck. And the winner's going to be Vincent C. Vincent C has won the 75 likes. Congrats, congrats. Oops, keep hitting that camera. Keep hitting that camera. I wish that one right there would be an OFG. That would be worth some money. Money, money. Be worth some money. It was a shiny one. The pretty ones are never the error or variety. Have y'all noticed that? Six more rows to go. Box gave us a little life, though. I'm pretty proud of it, to be honest. Pretty proud of it. Get to add another tick to the silver count for the year. 73D. I think Paul found a 73D DDO. It's been a while. You're welcome, Vincent. 71. There's the hogger of all treasure. How you doing, Treasure Hog? Collector Rick comes in with 5 WalkerMagnet memberships. Thank you, my friend. We got Allergic Fungus Ski Man 21632. Collector Rick got his own membership, so that worked out good. Roger Rodriguez and Jesse Lucky Kruckenberg. Jesse, I ain't seen you in a little while, so good to see you in the chat tonight, my friend. I hope you're okay. You know, you see everybody here and there. Of course, I've been out of pocket for a little bit, and then you don't realize you missed somebody until you see their name again. I'm sure, Treasure Hog, I am sure y'all are busy. I'm busy when I want to be. That's a good place to be. Some days I don't feel busy. There's Patrick Bushman. Thank you, Vincent C. I will get that. I'm going to start working on a few of those every day this week, rest of the week rather. Try to get those. I got a dentist appointment in the morning I got to get knocked out. Man, I tell you what, I've had something go on every, I would not mind adding a little constitutional just for my giveaway purposes. And so I too am waiting on it to pull back a little bit to maybe pick up a few 90s of some kind or here or there. But, and then maybe just some silver also. I signed up for Social Security, so I start getting my Social Security check in October. My birthday's in August. I don't know why I didn't get it in. I didn't start getting it in September, but anyway, I don't know anything about this gig. So, but anyway, I'll start getting my Social Security check in October. So I plan on reinvesting some of that. I'm sure. I remember those days there, Treasure Hog. I remember those days. I plan on reinvesting some of that back into silver and maybe a little gold here and there. Have to let it build up, of course, but $71D, $74D. Yep, do not text and drive, Aaron. Do not text and drive. It's not worth it. Thank you for checking in, back in, though. $71. We on Tuesday night we stream until 8, so I probably will not make it all the way through the next box before 8 o'clock gets here. So, but we will cut it off when we get there. When the grandfather clock says it's 8 o'clock. Yeah, well, that's why I went ahead and took it, William. I'm just not sure how reliable. I mean, you know, as long as it's being paid into, there'll be something there, but I'm not confident that there might not be a reduction or whatever at some point. So I figure I'm kind of like in FOMO gear, you know, fear of missing out. So get it while it's hot. I worked for it all my life. I might as well enjoy some of it. I understand the premises of waiting until you're 70 or whatever to get your maximum benefit, but you know, I mean, who knows how long you got, and that would just be a real bad thing to be holding on to get all you can get and then die before you get there. So give me a little bit now, and maybe I'll be able to get it for quite a while. There's another NIFC. That's my take on it. No guarantees. Yeah, I know exactly. Exactly. It's another NIFC. I'm not keeping these as we go. I'm just throwing them in the bucket, but I am putting them on the board. We are 2. We need a proof and a 40. Proof and a 40. All right, that did that one. Well, I'll be 62 in August, so I'm going to get it while it's there. Yeah, I know. I had a friend. That's another reason, Shell Bell, is that I had a friend that worked into his 60s, past 62. He finally retired and he lived 6 months. So, yeah, I'm on board with that also from that aspect of it. You just never know. I do the best I can with what I got as far as my health and all, but I'm not a health nut. I go get my physical every 6 months or so and get blood work done or whatever. And you know, I just got back from the doctor this week, actually. And it's got a little more new ones in it. My blood pressure was 105 over 68 or something like that. My cholesterol had dropped. My weight, I'd lost 10 pounds. My blood sugar was good. So, I mean, you know, I'm doing the best I can with what I got. So, yeah, really, William, that's true. That's true. That's true. I'm not earning enough to impact Social Security. But it does turn into somewhat of a job for sure. But it's a fun job. You know what the old saying is, you know, that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Oh, yep. Sorry there, Brent. We don't have that game here. We just have the slots and the heist and the gamble, I think. $74D. $72. I don't miss working at all, Elizabeth. I had a pretty hard on the body job. I'm surprised that I haven't been the recipient of an artificial knee or hip from all the years I put in on concrete. So when you work at a big plant like that, you know, you do your time, then you get out. It's not to say you can't go do something else, but you don't want to stay out there on that floor any longer than you have to. Yeah, that's right. There's not. You could, I mean, you know, you got all these idiots on the road. You got idiots with guns. You got idiots that had idiots, and then their idiots did something. So yeah, there's no guarantees for sure. You just never know. Well, I appreciate you, Hartford. I appreciate all y'all. I really do. Really do enjoy our little time together on our little corner of YouTube. It's, you know, it's not a high-tech operation, but it's having fun doing what we do. Glad y'all have soldiered through to stay with me as long. You know, we've been doing this for over 4 years. I think I look back in my videos, and I think some of my first videos were in August, and so I'm thinking about maybe trying to do a however many years it's been video or a stream, maybe in August. Maybe we can do a big, thank you, David. Maybe we could do a big stream, big giveaway stream. We could do birthday and all kind of different things. August's going to be a tough month, though. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that right now, as you guys well know. But maybe we can just have a big shindig, as Paul would say. Yes, I've done a few, and since I'm not selling them, Aaron, I will do those occasionally. I've done a couple. So yes, I am still drawing those. I haven't done one in a month or so, but yeah, I'm going to get back on it. I am going to do those sometime during the year. I don't know how many people I got left on the wheel of destiny. Oh goodness, I don't even. I think it's on my spreadsheet. Yeah, you should be on there, but usually it's still got the names I used last time when I look at this thing, and it's they weren't still on there. So Shell Bell and them keep that on our spreadsheet. So everybody that has had a box so far should be on there. And I would just have to enter them again. Now, I don't think so. I would rather not take time to look. Right now. Thank you, Shell Bell. There's a 2015 NIFC. But yeah, I think you are. I need to do another one. Maybe next week on Tuesday we'll do a couple of boxes maybe for that stream. Maybe we'll do a couple of boxes for that stream. If we find more silver in this box, I may see if anybody wants to get a box Saturday. If we're on silver, 190 is not on silver. So if that's all we find, we're just going to keep on doing what we're doing. I don't like to sell them if we don't have some kind of trend going there, you know. I mean, it just gets old opening skunk after skunk after skunk every week for people that are paying for the boxes. So we will just see. We'll just let this box do the talking. But one silver does not a monster box make. One silver does not a... Hey there, Jeff Scotton. Does not a monster box make. Hey, take a look at these. I got picked up a couple of half cents while we were in... while I was in New York City. Got an 1882 and an 1885. Look at the Liberty on that. And the other one's cleaner than this one. This is 1885. I mean 35. And then the other one I got is 18. Ooh, that was a 2-cent piece I got from Pa. There's the other one. Look at that beauty right there. Look at that beauty. That was a couple of the coins I got in New York City. New York City. Let's see. I did not put the other NIFC. We got a 2015 NIFC for number 3. Go dialed in again. Wowzers, says Valerie. Yeah, that one was just gorgeous. I mean, it was just so clean. The other one is has a little bit more wear on it, but man, even that one though, for an 1835, just think of the number of pockets that thing went. Yeah, that is a good old commercial. Think of the number of pockets that those things rattled around in. I'm gonna mute just a second, and my nose is running a little. Well, I was very, when I started off, I didn't do anything but like the hand streamers, for a while. And then finally I'm like, what the heck? I mean, I know I ain't much to look at, but You know, if they don't like it, they don't have to watch. If I'm scaring them too bad, if I'm scaring the kiddos, they can go watch something else. So one day I just started streaming, and here I am. Sometimes you have to push your boundaries. That is something I've always kind of tried to do is, you know, if there's something I was uncomfortable about, you know, like, you know, sunbathing nude in the backyard, that kind of stuff, you know, you just got to get out there and do it. Just got to step on out, get out of your comfort zone, you know, let her all hang out, so to speak, and getting Paul's beautiful mat dirty already. That's the only thing about the white mats. It's not, they don't take the dirt very well. But that's all right. That just means that it's being well loved. Well loved. I was kind of sad today. I was out in the backyard trying to clear up a corner of my backyard that's just, it's shaded. It doesn't grow grass, and it just a bunch of old dead limbs and things down there. And I had my grandmother's old garden rake out there kind of getting everything into a pile, and I broke the handle on it. Broke right off down at the head of the rake. And there's no telling how old that rake was. She was in her 80s when she passed, and I was telling Martin Bowen earlier today, if I had a nickel for every tomato or garden, you know, that thing had raked over the years, that I wouldn't be hurting for money. So I gotta get me another handle for it. I'm not retiring it. I'm not going to retire it. I'm going to get me another handle and keep her going. There's literally no telling how old that handle on that garden rake was, honestly. I went and got some good, nice tomatoes. They had some really nice tomatoes at the farmer's market, a little produce stand, rather. I got me some tomatoes. I've eaten a couple of sandwiches. Tomorrow, I think, I ate oatmeal this morning. I attribute that to my... All right, John Jacob, take care, my friend. I attribute my every other day oatmeal regimen to my lowered cholesterol numbers. The doctor was quite happy. And so tomorrow it's going to be bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches all the way. Lettuce and tomato. I know I don't eat rabbit food on my bacon and tomato sandwiches, but I do eat it on my morning breakfast sandwich when I cook it. There's a little meat and three type restaurant here in town that makes the best bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich. And I get it all the way there with lettuce and tomato and mayo and everything on it. So I've started cooking them here. I'm trying to fine tune my process. So we will be doing that in the morning. And then I was like taking so long to use bacon it would go bad. So last time I took some wax paper, and I took the whole pack of bacon and I wrapped it in individual strips and folded it over in the wax paper and put it in the freezer. So now I can just pull out what I need for each sandwich instead of, there's a 2004 NIFC, instead of having a whole pack of bacon open sitting in the refrigerator till I use it next. That seems to work well for me. Had some pretty coins there to 2003. We get the NIFC action. more than we did in the other box. Tell you what, that 64, like on TV, Jeff Scotton, I've been watching The Lincoln Lawyer. I downloaded all of those while I was in New York to watch on the plane coming home, so I still have a few of those to watch. But that's the series I'm watching right now. The Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix. I got mad because I was watching that Wheel of Time series and they canceled it, so it's not going to be, they're not going to finish it out. I read all the books, so I was really looking forward to seeing how they did everything as to how the books went. Now they're stopping it at season 3, so I quit watching it. One day if I'm really, really bored, or streaming, I've been watching a currency guy, Stu Black Currency. I probably am not pronouncing his name right. We call him Studebaker, which really is not even close to what his name, looks like. But I kept trying to pronounce his name, and I've heard it pronounced now, so I feel more confident that I might be able to get in the ballpark. But I just started jokingly calling him Studebaker. And if Shelby, if you want to put that link in the stream, you can. I am finding him to be super knowledgeable in currency. Oh, there's a hold coin. Set that aside. Next time I got something going to VMC, I'll shoot it up there to you. But yes, yeah, Littlefoot. It was written by Robert Jordan, I believe the name, and he died with like 2 books to go or something like that. And Brandon Sanderson took it up and finished it and did a great job. But yeah, it's a great book. Now, it does have a couple books in the middle that are a little slow, but if you can soldier through, it's a great series to read. It has like 15 books in it. So if you like to read, it's a great series to take on. Like I said, Robert Jordan wrote it, and then he died 2 books from the end, and Brandon Sanderson, I believe his name was, took up the series and finished it. So, and as I said, he did a pretty good job with it. Of course, Robert Jordan had reams of notes about how he thought that the story was going to fold out and character developments and stuff like that. So it wasn't like the guy went in with just had to, sling from the hip on it. He had, I'm sure, some good instructions left over, but JC like Pam hit the slots. All right, let me change this out, and that should be the last time we have to do that. Sorry about that. I forgot I had an empty bucket there. I hope that didn't hurt anybody's ears. I've been trying to dump that other container into the big bucket all this time, and it's actually, I'm kind of finally came to my senses, like, well, why don't you just put the little bucket up there? I'm not as stinky dumb I am. There's Paula Abrams. How you doing, Paula? Hello, Zoo Archer. How are you? I am looking for, well, we found a silver. We found a 64 Kennedy. We found a miscellaneous coin. It's a 82p, no FG. We found some NIFCs. There were coins that were minted from 2002 to 2020 that were not intended for circulation. So that's what the NIFC stands for. We're looking for proofs. Just anything cool, foreign coins. If we can find it, we're looking for it. And of course, you don't just have to do this in half dollars. You can find good stuff in nickels and pennies. You name it. Everybody has their favorite coin. A lot of people like nickels. Nickels are easy to hunt. Silver is getting harder and harder to find, but it is still out there a little bit. Yeah, Zoo Archer, the 73, actually back up, 71D, 72 Philadelphia, 73 Denver, and 74 Denver all have a DDO, which would be a double die that you can find. And one of the most obvious places to look is in trust. Let me find one. Of course, all of them have trust on it, but there's a 71D. So what I'm looking for is a thick R on this leg of the R. It will be thicker than normal, and usually it will have a line down the center. And then you can see splitting on the serif for the U and the S. And 74s are the easiest one. 19 wheat and a pre-40s. Nice, Brian. So those are the things you look for. 74D DDO is the easiest one to find as far as, you know, the iconic doubling on the 4. That's easy to see the notch on it. I don't have one handy to be able to show you. Maybe we'll find one. But the 74D DDO is the easiest one to spot with a scope. The 73, once you know what you're looking for, and I'm not an expert by any means. I have been doing it for a while, so I've found all three. I've found 72p. DDOs, I found 74s, 73s, so, but they can be hard to come across. They're getting harder to come across because people have been finding and pulling them now for a few years. But if you find one in good enough shape, I think I actually have a short video in my library there that I did on where I found a 71D DDO. If you would like to go back and look, I might even have Paul Spare Time, if you know that channel. He had a really good video on DDOs that you can take a look at. And then there's websites like Variety Vista and Wexler's. You can look at those, and they have very good examples of what the DDOs look like rather. So you can use those sites for information to help you identify them. But yeah, that's why I'm sticking under the scope there. Just looking for a difference in the wording on trust, mainly in the R. Mainly in the R. On a really like a FS 101, you're going to see doubling all across the word in trust there. So on the 71, there's a lot of different varieties. There's several different FS numbers for the DDOs, but I kind of just look for the iconic ones. I don't want to number one, I'm not confident I can identify all of them. So I try to stick with the ones that are the most obvious to look for. It just makes it quicker. Doing a live stream, you kind of have to streamline a little bit to get through the day. So I hope that explains what we're doing here. And then on the 72D and the 82P, and we found one of those right here on the reverse of the coin, right there between the tail feathers and the leg, there should be designer's initials there. And that's one that the designer's initials were polished off. So that is a variety, I guess, or an error. Never can remember which one's what, but that's a 82P, no FG. The FG has been was polished off, so that's actually has a little bit of value over the 50-cent mark there, and that one's not a bad example. That's a pretty good example of what you're looking for. And that's what I look for. If it got a little bit, you know, sometimes you get into a, man, that's closed. Is that closed? Well, there's really not a closed. If you can see any hint of the no FG, of the FG, then it's not a no FG. But that one there, it's totally gone. You can't see any of it. So that was something we found tonight outside of the normal stuff. Silver and what have you. $72. We're going to hunt about 25 more minutes. When the clock dings at 8, we'll start our last giveaway for the night. EOS will be a 90%er. We did find a 90. I promised that we would give that away at the end of the stream. So we will be giving away a 90% silver coin at the end. Good night, Jeff Scott, and thanks for dropping in, friends. I appreciate you. Hope to see you around some of the other streams. I guess, assuming Rick will be back on Saturday night. They were out of town this past Saturday, so just had Pa's spare time with carrying the torch for Saturday as far as, you know, my little circle of the coin world. 72D. Well, we got through the top without much action. $19.80. Thought that might be an NIFC. I did pick up these fractional currencies while I was in New York. They're not in very good shape, but they were reasonably priced. So I got a 10-cent, 3 10-cents, and a 50-cent, and so there's a first issue, second issue, third issue, fourth issue, etc., all the way up to fifth issue. And so these are some of the, this is, I think, the first issue. These are third, and these are fourth or fifth. So did get a few fractionals, nothing really nice. These have holes in them, but, you know, they're 1800s, 1886, 1882. So did get a few fractionals. I don't have anything else of late on currency. We are going to a coin show, pretty good big coin show here next month. I haven't ever been to it. I've tried to go to it for the last few years, and something has always I'm back, Jolly Roger. You can quit the DTs now. But yeah, it's I've been trying to go to it for a few years, and always seemed like something came up. but it's the closest show I get an opportunity to go to. It's just like 35 minutes from the house. So we will be doing that next month, where I hope my next notes are 2 notes that I really want to kind of concentrate on trying to get. I want to Roger's Northway. Roger, it will take 1 minute. You have to wait 1 minute before you can chat. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. 1 minute and you will be able to chat. Thank you, Valerie. But I would like to get a $5 Hawaii note. That's the only one I need for the set, and it's the hardest one to get, the most expensive one to get. And then there's a note called the Battleship note. I want to get a Battleship note. Our orders that are at PMG are making their way through. They've been graded now. They're in quality control and encapsulation and all that. So I hope to be seeing some grades on those soon, and then we'll do a submission stream, maybe a video or something once I get them back. I've got notes over here. I guesstimated what I thought they might grade at, so I did make notes on what my guess was on the grade. So I've got a little bit. Yeah, they were great hosts, Martin Bowen. Yes, they were very, very gracious, and I had a wonderful time. Could not have asked for better. Could not have asked for better. But yeah, so we'll get those back before long. But I want to get a Battleship note. That was a funny Copper Owl. When I went to New York to visit the Lawrence, this was the sign they were holding up through the window when I came out of the security area of the airport. So I stuck it into my suitcase and brought it home, and I thought it would be funny. I thought it would just be funny to use that for my thumbnail. So that was where that came from. That was where that came from. Just kind of trying to have a little fun with it. Because I kind of kidded them about, the paparazzi would probably be following me around and all that, making sure they'd be able to handle the notoriety and all. But so I had a crowd of 2. 2 groupies were waiting on me. Well, yeah, if there's any of you that are in surrounding Alabama, that's going to be a really good show. Yeah, I never had rhubarb either. It was good. It was good. I'm keeping it. It may make the wall. It will probably make the wall at some point. It was not bad, Martin. I did eat a second piece just to make sure. You got to test those things out. You don't want to go on first impressions, and so I did eat another piece just for quality control, and so it was pretty good. I'm more of a straight strawberry guy, I would think, than the rhubarb side, but it was an interesting bite there for sure. They had it growing right in the backyard, Martin. They just walked out back and picked a few stalks and cleaned it and threw it in a pie. You can't get more fresher than that. 73D. We are streaming for a little less than 20 more minutes. When the grandfather clock says it's 8 o'clock, we'll run the EOS. and we will be done for the night. Try not to keep you guys too late on a school night. So I think of my East Coast friends, they're a little bit behind, hour later there than it is here. So, and I'm gonna be honest, I like to. Hey, I got a 90. Looky there, Copper Owl. I fell out of my chair. It might have been another Walker downstream. It almost was a Walker downstream. That thing popped out of there and almost fell out of my chair. I mean, well, you know, you can see you're doing probably a lot better than I am. We've only gonna have 17 silver for the year, so I was glad to see it. We will be giving that bad boy away at the end of the stream. So hang around. We got about 17 more minutes that we will run the EOS, and we will give that bad boy away. Yep, walk out the back door and pick it. They showed it to me. I didn't even know what it looked like. I knew it was a stalk, but yeah, I know you're killing it. You're killing it, as far as I'm concerned there, Copper Owl. I've just been, these boxes, well, you know, we went through a lot of boxes of new coins, and then we've gone through a lot of boxes with no silver, but I saw, you know, Dad's Fair Change. He found a good box in Tennessee, and Southern Metal just put a video out that he found a couple of Benjis and stuff, so, and some 40s, so it's floating around out there around me. So I was hoping we might be like a blind hog and find an acre tonight. Yeah, that good box does push you over, as I know you know. And me, that was where my numbers come through. Yet last year was, or no, actually the year before last was the 106 silver we found for Rick in that box. Yeah, those bigger boxes can really push your numbers up. But I'll take one. I don't mind my numbers being blown out of proportion a little bit. Oh, wow. I used to have a strawberry cake that one of my aunts made. I don't even know if I've got the recipe for it yet, but it was really good. I made it a couple of times. Jeff Provost, how are you? Yeah, well, thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Hang around for about 15 more minutes. We're going to do a 90%er for the EOS, so if you want to hang around and have a chance at winning a Kennedy we found tonight, found one silver. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Not mad at all, but I'm going to give it away to somebody here in the next 14 minutes. $71D. $72. Give it to Aaron and save this 89 likes. I don't know if we can. I can put something together for it. If we can, I can put something together for it. I usually I don't do it on Tuesday night because, number one, I try to keep it at a reasonable time, and we usually get done before we can make it to 100. But if we get there, I'll take care of you. I'm a take care of you kind of guy, so you get us there, I'll provide something. Nice, Jeff Provost. I do appreciate you guys. And this community as a whole has always been great, welcoming new channels and helping people get off the ground and appreciating the content and the effort that it takes to put it out there. So thanks to everybody that, number one, that helped us to get Jolly Roger to 500 a few weeks ago. That was great. Thank you, Greg Chapman. Good luck to everybody, says Greg Chapman. We're still 12 minutes away. When the grandfather clock strikes 8, we will start the giveaway. But yeah, we got the Jolly Roger jumped up there to 500. I know I had a lot of help on the way. Yeah, well now, Shellbell cooked it with strawberries. It was a rhubarb strawberry pie. It was really good. $72. $72. Oop, John Bryan back. I'm back but barely in Walmart in Hattiesburg. John Bryan, I tell you what, that man gets around like the flu. He does not sit still, that man. John Bryan, there's a good show here in Bessemer next month if you should happen to find yourself with some time. Martin Bowen's coming. We're going to go to it. If you want to come by and see it, wouldn't be too far of a drive for you to drop in and visit. All right. Look it up. It's third week of July, I believe. It's a 3-day show. It's supposed to be a big regional show, so it will probably be one of the biggest ones that we've been to, me and you. $72D. Yes, it would. $73. tried to bake biscuits a time or two, Elizabeth. I've always remember my grandma's biscuits. I never have been able to replicate them though. Lucky roll, lucky roll. $73. Yeah, that might be right. You might be right, Littlefoot. My grandmother, though, she never cooked. You know how that generation was old home cook that they never cooked by recipe. You'd ask her, what you put in this or that, and it was a pinch of this and a dash of that, and then a little bit more of this, and so same way with Allison's mother when she passed, she had recipes like for coconut cake and things, and my brother-in-law and Allison were trying to looking through books and everywhere they could, trying to find some of her old recipes. Really nice 88. I think I'll check my album against that. $71. There you go. Some people just have the touch there, Shell Bell. Some people just have the touch. What was that? The old Justin Wilson. You know, he used to. I think that the old Cajun chef that he would say a teaspoon of salt. So you don't think that was a teaspoon? And he'd pour that salt in his palm and tip it over into a teaspoon. I was thinking about that today. I'm thinking about all the people that I shipped to or have shipped to over the years, and not many from Louisiana. Oopsie. I don't know that I've ever shipped a package to Louisiana for some reason. Yeah. Yep. I always had a glass of wine. They pour me a little wine. I always had a story to tell. My grandmother used to keep us during the summertime, and we watched Justin Wilson, the Galloping Gourmet, and the cooking shows, and then the game shows would come on around noon. Nice little foot. $71. Yeah, I like watching them. I watch a lot of YouTube cooking videos. Jolly Roger. There's this guy, another guy that I've been watching. He's been fighting cancer, but he recently got real good reports back from he had stage 4 lymphoma, and the last report he got back, he was cancer free. So, but he does. He works at a sorority house. He cooks for a sorority house. But he does. I kind of like his way his videos are formatted, and he's got a voice that's interesting. Yep, nickels are my favorite. I've got some pennies I've been needing to search. I bought a couple $100 worth of customer route rolls back months and months ago, and I have still not gotten through them yet. I have to really have the hankering to hunt some pennies before I can sit down and make myself do. I need to start at least making myself do 10 rows a week or so to try to get them back into the bank. 71D. It's funny, I can hear my clock when it's fixing to chime. It's like that show, what was the name of that show? It had Sharon Stone in it. And they were gunfighting, and there was a big clock, and the guy, Russell Crowe, I believe, was in it, and he could hear it click before it chimed, and that was how he was getting to the draw faster than anybody else. All right, here we go. We are doing the end of stream will be a 64 Kennedy that we just found. There's only 2 minutes to get in. 2 minutes to get in, so get it while it's hot. Here we go. Here we go. We got 54 people in. 2 minutes to get in for a 90% Kennedy. Be another NIFC. "51 seconds to go." Whew, that one looked silvery. I thought we might have the last row magic there, but we didn't. We didn't. 15 seconds to go. Good luck, everyone. Here we go. 90%er we found during the hunt will go to the Jolly Roger. Look at him go. The Jolly Roger had won the 90%er for the EOS. Congratulations there, Chef Brian. And there you go. Jolly Roger. Let me write that on there. All right, I guess we will say goodbye until Saturday morning. You are welcome, Jolly Roger. And we will be back at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. on Saturday. We will probably have an auction tied to that one. I got a few things I can put together. Got a few more of those silver-proof quarters and other things. So I guess we'll say goodnight. I got to go to the bathroom too. So you guys have a great night. Have a great week. Be safe. Be cool. And we'll see you Saturday.